Hey everybody, FunshineX here. This is a mod spotlight on Galacticraft for 1.6.2, also known as the Mars update. If you've seen Galacticraft in my other Let's Play, you know it's really cool and I'm enjoying having it on the moon. The base looks really awesome. They just released a new version. It's supported for 1.6.2 for a little bit, but I haven't just played it on that version. But they've also added another planet besides the moon. So it's going to Mars, which is really awesome. So this is going to be cool. I'm going to make it day here so we can see things. Yeah, so what's changed? First, on Earth, not much. You still have your NASA workbench. It's got the Tier 1 rocket. You can unlock the buggy still. But if you look at the Galacticraft stuff, you've now got another schematic. And this comes from the moon again. As you kill dungeon bosses, that skeleton boss, you can get the moon buggy, but you can also get the Tier 2 rocket as part of your drops. So you're going to grab that, put it into here, and unlock it, and you'll get this guy here, which is the Tier 2 rocket. How to build this guy, it's not very clear, so here's your sneak peek on how to do this. Nose cone, very easy. Fins, just like the past one, and a rocket engine. Now here's where it gets different. You need heavy-duty plates, Tier 2. I'll show you how to make those in a sec. You're going to get 10 of those and stack them up the rocket, and then you're going to need these Tier 1 boosters. So those go here and here, and that makes your really cool Tier 2 rocket. You can also, just like the other rocket, add chests to give him storage space. So there's our Tier 2 rocket. If we want to look how to make some of those components, what's the new things? If I can find them again, the Tier 1 booster and the Tier 2 heavy plate, which is going to be over here, I believe. Yeah. So this one is made with Tier 1 heavy plates, so we already know how to make that. We already know how to make tin canister, but here's where it's different. Meteoric iron plates. These come from the meteors that land on the moon. So if you want to get to Mars, you're going to have to go to the moon first to get the iron plates. And you're going to need to spend a decent amount of time on there, because you can see we need 2 of these boosters, so that's 8 of these plates, and each plate takes 4 ingots, and you get 1 of those per meteor. So right away, just there, we're looking at, let's do the math real quick, 4 plates times 4, 16 iron, times 2 is 32, just for those. Yeah, 8 times 4, 32 meteors just to get your boosters. Now we also need 10 of these heavy-duty plates, and if you look there, also include a meteoric iron plate as well, but you get 2 for every 1. So to get 10 boosters, you'd make this recipe 5 times, so that's an additional 20 meteors for a total of 52 meteors. These meteors don't fall very often, so you're going to be spending a lot of time on the moon, is all I can say, to get to Mars. Don't expect to just fly right to Mars. But once you're at the moon, you've done a lot of meteors, you've done a lot of dungeons to find the schematic. Go ahead and build it, put it on there, or that's not right, put it on a launch pad, same launch pad as you would do to go to the Earth, the moon, and we'll go ahead and throw it on there. And we'll go ahead and get inside. Now this one has no fuel, so I'm going to go ahead and break it and get the creative one, which gives me fuel. That would be this one. So this is only in creative mode, but it's a lot easier to show off the mod with. So go ahead and get inside there. I don't need a parachute because I'm in creative, and it's going to blast off. Sound doesn't seem to be working anymore. I've got the sound turned on, and we don't get any. Or at least when I tried it earlier. We might. Fingers crossed, maybe we'll get some sound. And let's go to Mars. If you go with a Tier 1 rocket and you get into space, you're still only going to have the options for the moon, the overworld, and space station. So you have to build the Tier 2 rocket to see Mars as an option. As you see, no sound at all. Hopefully that gets fixed. By the way, as far as versions, I am running... Let's check real quick. The latest as of today, which is version 642. It's a dev build. The release build is 626, and I think that was the very first Mars release, but he's added a lot of bug fixes since, and by the time you watch this video, there's probably even more releases. So you're going to want to go out to Jenkins on McDoodle's site and get the very latest and greatest, and what I'm showing you today is version 642. Okay. The stars look really cool. Oh, that's new. He renders the Earth in the smaller, because before the Earth would just render all silly, but now it actually renders as this faraway world. Okay, so now we can go back. We can go to the moon with a Tier 2 rocket, but we don't need to. And so we're actually going to go to Mars. Red. No oxygen is just like the moon, but gravity is a little bit stronger, twice as strong, in fact. you can only jump 3 blocks high. And this is really cool. So you're getting a parachute with this little balloons, just like the rover had when it went to Mars, and you like bounce. Boing! And it goes off in a random direction. You can kind of control how it rolls, but you really don't have much control in as far as the bouncing. Yeah, so it's just going to bounce a few times, then it'll come to rest. And Mars looks awesome. It's a lot more vertical than the moon was. You can see there's a lot of more mountains here. To get out of it, just go ahead and right-click, and then if you right-click again, you'll get your launch pad and your rocket. And there'll be fuel in here as well if you fueled it up, not in the creative mode. Okay, so I can get rid of all this stuff and show you what's new. Okay, so this, he breaks it down into the base Galacticraft stuff. As you can see, there's some universal electricity included here. I'm not sure if that's by design or if that's just part of having 1.6, because that doesn't show up in my 1.5 instance, but you have the furnace, battery box, coal generator, wires, and solar panels from universal electricity. So that's kind of cool. If you don't have, that kind of stuff in another mod, it kind of makes Galacticraft stand on its own a little better. And also you have the batteries and solar panels, that kind of thing. So this is all the moon stuff. Nothing's changed there. Here's all the Mars stuff. Mars spawns with copper, tin, iron, just like you would expect. You break them, you get the block, and you can smelt them down into their instance. I don't think you can macerate these as far as I know. I haven't tested. Go ahead and do that. And let's get the first person. There's now this stuff called, looks like this doesn't work, but it's actually called Desh. Desh ore. The NEI tooltip is broken. So that's Desh, and that's the new ore that you'll find. It's pretty rare on Mars. You're not going to find a ton of it, and it's kind of like, I think it's diamond-like. It's very low-level type thing. So that's the ores that you spawn. As far as the blocks, there's some really pretty blocks. I'm kind of happy about these. You have the surface block, which is what we're seeing here. The subsurface, which is if you go down a little ways, you can see there's subsurface right underneath. And then down a long ways, if you go way down, you get to the stone. If you break the stone with a pick, you're going to get the cobblestone version of it, which, I don't know. It's interesting. And then you can smelt the cobblestone back into stone, or you can use silk touch or something else to get the actual stone itself. Okay, so those are the decorative blocks. If you find a dungeon, you're going to find this kind of wall, which is cool and green, but it's just like the moon, meaning it's not harvestable. You cannot break this stuff. It looks cool on its own. You can see it's kind of green, gives you a hint of what maybe the boss will be. The black blocks of the moon leading to a wither skeleton. The green blocks of Mars leading to, I don't know, maybe slime, maybe a creeper. Let's find out. But this is the coolest part of these green blocks, is they drip. Pretty cool, huh? Drip, drip, drip. It doesn't do any damage if you stand under here. You don't have to worry about that. Okay, so that's the dungeon block. If you take your Desh and you get the ore from it and you smelt it, you'll get a ingot of Desh, a Desh ingot. And if you combine 9 of them, just like any other thing, you'll get a block. The block, as far as I know, cannot be broken or taken down back into its original Desh. So once you build a decorative block of Desh, you're kind of stuck with it. There's nothing really to do. He might add that recipe further if someone lists that as a bug or something. So that's there. Okay, before I show you the rest of the stuff, yeah, I guess I can show you some of this. So here's what the Desh ore looks like when you break it. You don't get the block of Desh, you get this stuff. It's kind of like coal, basically. You can think of it as coal. You get the coal dust. You can make it into a bar and then a block. As far as the Desh ingot, what you can do with it, obviously you can make a block. You can make the terraformer, which I'm going to show you toward the end of the video today. You can make sticks with it, and then with the sticks you can make swords. This is between iron and diamond, I think. I think 6 attack damage is the same as iron. And the pick and Desh shovel, I think they're as fast as iron, but a little more durable. So yeah, so you get all the iron, you get all of the suit. And the suit has, if we go ahead and get it, I can wear it here for you guys. Where's my inventory? Go ahead and see what it looks like on me. So it's kind of black iron, basically. And if I come out of creative mode, I'm going to probably start taking some damage, but you can see it gives you full shields on your person. Okay, so let's get back into creative. Alright, that'll work. What's the other part? I want to get into real creative. Let me go to any options and enable that really quick. No, it's not it. Enable that guy. Okay. As you can see here, you've got your crafting grid is no longer affected. It doesn't have this thing down here. You actually have to go to a new tab, which is cool. I don't know if he's fixed the bug where you can put anything in these slots. He has. Oh, bummer. You remember we were using these for like backpacks and all that kind of stuff. So you can't do that anymore. Only the right stuff shows in there. But that's how you can get into there now. So let me get to creative mode before I die. And we can go exploring. And we're looking for anything unusual. Anything that's not Mars colored sand. And I see something right off the bat, I think. Maybe not. Let's go flying. It'll probably be faster. We can see something. There's something blue. Oh, look at that cliff. Beautiful. Like drops way into nothing there. Okay, so this is a slimeling egg. You're going to find two types of mobs on Mars besides hostile mobs, just like the moon. You're going to find slimeling and sludgeling. The slimeling are your friends. The sludgelings are your enemies. If you break it in creative, it hatches. It's the same thing as if you were in non-creative and you punch it. So you're going to punch this thing until it breaks, and then it'll turn into kind of like a cracked version of the egg. See how it's kind of cracked now? And you give it a second. Let's go back into creative. And I'm going to get a couple more just in case, because sometimes it takes a while and sometimes they don't work. So you've got red, you've got blue. Oh, he worked. And yellow. See how these are full, and if I punch them, they kind of get cracked. If you hit them with a pickaxe, they're going to break and give you the actual item for them, and you can move them somewhere else. But you see this little slimelings hatch. So you've got red, yellow, and blue. Each of them has, you can click on them and look at them. You can give them a name. So we'll call him Red. Yeah, just Red. And you can see he's got an owner. That's whoever hatched him. He's done no kills so far. He starts at 0.2% health, or scale, and 0.25 damage. So these guys are tiny babies. If you get attacked by a mob, they will go and try and attack the mob, but they're only going to do a quarter of a heart. And you can see they start growing over time. So quarter of a heart's not going to do much. So you want to make these guys a little bit stronger. And I want to get these guys out of here. I'm going to tell them to sit so they don't interfere. Okay. So Red, come on with me, Red. We can leave those guys alone. There it goes. So this is your pet. He'll follow you around. He will teleport to you if you get separated too far. And you can see he's slowly growing. So I'm gonna go and have him sit. And we've got this inventory button. If you go here, it comes into this mode, and you've got two little slots here and a big inventory right there. Well, the first thing you're going to want to do is make a slimeling bag. I can try to make that recipe. Diamond, slime ball, chest, leather, get you your slimeling bag. Go ahead and go into the chest mode and put it in the bottom slot. Now he's got storage. He can hold anything for you. Basically just sucks it into his little slime body. This top slot, unused as far as I know. I'm not sure. So if we look at this favorite food, is the only other thing we've seen right now, and it says it wants gunpowder. Sorry, it took me a minute to think of the name. So we go ahead and right-click him with gunpowder, and it's going to give us options. Do you want to grow him, breed him, strengthen him, or heal him? Heal him, obviously, it gives him like 4 thinks of damage or so. So this guy's at 15. He would go up. You can heal him that way, especially if they damage. You don't want them to die. But you've got options to grow. If you grow, he's going to get a little bigger, like 5%ish, 6%ish. And sometimes his favorite foods change. So let me go ahead and get a stack of this stuff, and maybe we can just grow him. So now he wants emeralds. Oh my goodness. Greedy. And this is completely random. Now he's back to gunpowder. I've seen them want boats, doors. Yeah, he wants a door this time. And various other things. So let's get a door. And this time, instead of growing him, I'm going to strengthen him. And you can see now he's up to 0.75 damage. So you can keep feeding him, growing them, and making them do more damage. You can get a maximum scale of 100%, and then they're about the size of a pig, in Minecraft. I don't know, he's already quite big. I think they get up to like 2 blocks tall, so they're almost as tall as you. Where if you grow them too much, they won't be able to fit through small crevices, so you gotta be careful about that. And then the attack damage, they get up to 5 points of damage, which I guess is 2.5 hearts. So you'll see 5.0, and then you can make them follow you, obviously. Okay, so there's one other option. Let's go ahead and get our red to come on over. And if you see blue here, he's 100% blue. Red is 100% red, and yellow is a mix of green and red, because it's like, I don't know, additive or something. So I'm going to go ahead and find what the blue guy likes. He likes gold. He's greedy as well. And the other guy likes a door. And we'll go ahead and feed you and say breed. And we'll feed you and say breed. And you see they're not breeding. That's because this guy's sitting. He'll only breed if he's set to follow. So they're going to go over there and bump into each other. And a purple comes out. And you can see it's a mix of red and blue. So whatever the parents are, they'll make a mix. Yeah. You can't... This guy, what does he want? A stone sword? So you can see it's pretty random what they like. He can no longer breed. I'm not sure if that's a cooldown. I haven't let these guys go for like 20 minutes to see if they can breed again. And then maybe you could mix and get really weird colors if you put like a blue and a purple together, or a purple and a yellow. I'm not sure. You guys have to try that out on your own to see if they can breed again after a certain time. He wants a repeater now. Really? Okay. They eat weird stuff. So let's go ahead and let's bring our whole army. Yeah. So there's another way. They're not that rare. I mean, you could have an army of these guys as long as you're going to feed them, right? Because they're not going to do much as little babies, really, to help you. So I'm going to show you that if I get too far away, they'll just teleport to me as soon as they can. I don't have a mini-map, do I? It's going to make it tough to find what I want to find. Okay, I'm going to do something really quick that's a little cheaty, but you guys can determine if you want to do it. We need a piston. We need glowstone. This has nothing to do with Galacticraft, but might as well show you. Some redstone. A lever. That should be it. Okay. That there. Glowstone here. Redstone down like this. Stand right here. Oh, that didn't work. Hold on. Darn it. Me and vanilla redstone at it again. There we go. Okay. See, these guys all teleported to me. They finally found out where I was. Whoop. X-ray mode. Okay, what the heck are those? That's pretty crazy stuff. But basically, looks like if we just keep going down, we'll probably hit it pretty close, pretty quickly. So go ahead and just go in creative mode. Hopefully I hit it. You can see something down there taking damage. That's an easy way to find it if you got a damage meter, damage indicators. What are you doing, slimes? I'm gonna punch you if you get in my way. Okay, we're in. Oh my goodness, we're in. Look at all the mobs in here. Crazy. So look at all the things we've got. We've got vines, and these vines, if you watch the zombies if they get close. What's that zombie doing? Whoa, something blew up. So he's climbing into the thing, and as he's climbing, he's getting poisoned. And as he gets poisoned, these little guys spawn. So if you let these guys get out of hand, they're gonna hurt. They're just like, let's get away from them, my goodness. Creepers, oh, that's why the creepers are blowing up, because they're taking damage. So every time you take damage to one of these things, I'm in creative, so it's not gonna happen. Or if you swim in this juice is also toxic. you're going to spawn one of those little guys, and they're going to attack you. Cool thing about this juice, bubbles. Oh, you can pick it up. I thought I had the source block. Maybe not. Where are you, source block? Maybe you can't pick it up in a bucket. I thought you could. Maybe not. Maybe that's in a future change to allow you to do that. Yeah. Darn it. So you can't really get it. Let me try if I place it, if I can pick it up. Yeah, since there's no bucket there, I'm betting that you can't. Oh well. But you can see this is where you'll find your ores down here quite a bit. I don't know if it's worth it to come in here, because this looks extremely dangerous. You've got tons of mobs, because it's dark. You've got this stuff which will poison you, and it kind of like grabs you. And sucks you up. Look, I'm being sucked up into it. Awesome! They're called cavernous, because they grow in the caverns. And if you break the top one, obviously the whole thing falls. Pretty cool. So I guess let's try shears. See if you can harvest this stuff. Oh, I'm gonna have to go into creative on that one. Let's see. I'm wearing armor. Ow! Holy crap, that hurt. Okay, well I'm not sure if you can harvest that or not. You guys will have to determine. Look at this skeleton. You're about to die, mister. They're all gonna go at you. So I wouldn't come in down here unless I had a lot of slimelings to take on the sludgelings. But it's really cool. I like the little the caves down here. I'm gonna go back up to the surface and find one more thing, and then we'll talk about the terraformer. Be right back. Okay, guys, we made it to what I wanted to show you, and that is a Mars dungeon. These things are not very common. It took me a while flying around. I even went and got a mini-map to make it easier. But yeah, as you can see, it's very much like a moon dungeon, except it's green. And we got torches here that don't work again. I guess if you put oxygen in here, they would work. Did I just get inside a trap? Oh, I'm inside a block. What's going on? What is going on? Let me try logging out, logging back in. Okay, that seemed to help. I don't know why. But, yeah. Pretty much the same as a moon dungeon. Same kind of weird bug with the generation here, but oh well. I think he's probably still working on making this 100%. Whoa, what was that? What was that? That was explosion. We do have one of those, like, hall or big open areas, so it's probably those. Yep. Look, it opens up right into one. I don't think that's supposed to happen. So we've got creepers being attacked by sludgelings, and they're blowing them up. It's a nice way. But as you can see, we're getting close to the boss area. If you don't want to spoiler the boss, go ahead and stop watching. You've seen pretty much everything. Maybe come back for the last 2 minutes. I'll show you the terraformer. But otherwise, we're going to go look at the boss. What do we got in here? Creeper. Some eggs that say creeper eggs. Oh my! Evolved creeper boss. Wow. As far as I know, there's no dungeon key for him yet. Maybe there is. Let's go look down here. Doesn't look like this room spawned correctly. Yeah, it didn't spawn quite correctly, but we do need a tier 2 dungeon chest. I think this is bugged if you put a key in it. I mean, we can try. I might crash. Let's get the key and just see what's in here. Yep, we crashed. I'll be right back. Okay, we got back from the crash. It actually rolled us back, which is interesting. But we can see that we've got this creeper boss. And I guess I'll go out of creative mode for just a moment, so he'll attack me. Here he goes. What's he gonna do? Oh my gosh, he's a wither. He is a wither with dynamite that spawns baby creepers. Oh, he got us. So you can see you're going to need some decent abilities. But basically he's a cross between a wither and a creeper. And he spawns baby creepers from those eggs. Whenever they get blown up by dynamite, they make baby creepers. Pretty cool, huh? Oh no, we died. We're back on the Earth. That's not good. Alright, I'll meet you back in Mars. 1 second. Hey guys, back on the moon. There's 4 more things I'd like to show you. The first thing is those creeper eggs. Obviously I'm in creative mode, I can't do them, but if you put dynamite by these or somehow otherwise explode them, you can hatch creepers, and the only way to get them, you see if you go under them they drop, so it's just like the ender egg. If you get a torch, go ahead and grab those and then you can get them in your inventory. So then you could take them back to your base and have a garden of creeper eggs, I guess. Just be careful if they ever blow up. They'll spawn creepers. I guess we could chest that. That was it's my theory because obviously the creeper boss blows them up with dynamite or with TNT. So let's see if we get baby creepers. Yep, it worked. Baby creepers, or well, they're normal creepers, but compared to the 3-headed guy, they're considered babies. Okay, so let's get rid of all this. And now there's, oops, I just threw away one of the blocks. Light blue tinted glass panes. There's all the different colors of glass panes, and they're created with a dash plate, iron, glass plane, and light blue dye. This is created with 4 dash. So you get one of these, and this stuff looks pretty cool. I guess probably some of the other colors look better than light blue. Yeah, not bad. Looks pretty good. And I guess I want that TNT back. Because it's made with dash. Alright, I take that back. It has no enhanced strength. I thought it would be stronger. It's just a hunch because it was made with dash, but I guess not. So that'll get you your glass plates, or your glass panes. Different colors. You can make cool stuff with it. Alright, the next thing is a Cryogenic Chamber. Oh my goodness, that's huge. What the heck is this? It's a bed. That's all there is. If you're in normal mode, it will set your spawn on Mars. So remember before you would, if you die, you go back to Earth. I believe this will set your spawn and it will sleep through the night. So let's go into normal mode. Hopefully these creepers don't attack me. And go ahead and sleep in there. And it's turning dark. Whoa, that's pretty cool. There's like a galaxy there. You've got Earth there, the sun there. Let's see. I'm just gonna make it night. You can see in 1.62, this is a qualm I had in 1.5. You could not set the time on the moon and stuff, but now it actually does that. Let's try to make it night, but it doesn't appear to be working. You can see the daytime does pass a lot faster on Mars. It's about equivalent to a day, I think. 24 hours of daylight, maybe? Maybe it's like 48 hours. I don't remember. That was like 5th grade science stuff, right? Who remembers that? I want it to become night, so maybe while it's doing that, and we can test the cryo chamber, we'll do this. So this is called a terraformer, and it's just to make it. Oh, let's look at the recipe here. Dash plates, a bed, and some heavy-duty plates. So you'll need some more meteoric iron. And for the terraformer, the crafting recipe for that is some dash, more dash, and some oxygen stuff. So what is this used for? Well, you can see you need some water. And you're probably already starting to think about what this would be useful for. You need some seeds. You need some saplings. And you need some bone meal. And you go ahead and put all this in there. Shift click does not work. That seems to be a bug. Go ahead and fix that for us, McDoodle. And there we go. So we've got a tank of water. We got this kind of filled up. And we need to give it power. So let's go ahead and use... Let me back to creative. There we go. Let's use this stuff we got from... Let's use a battery box and a wire and infinite battery. Where's your input? There we go. Look at that, green. What's it doing? It's green. It's expanding a giant bubble. Pretty crazy. And it's pretty big. Let's see, is it telling us to do anything? It says terraforming. And you can see it's doing stuff now. Whoa! We've got grass. We've got trees. What this is going to do is basically make a biome of the Earth on Mars. And so it's just going to look inside this bubble. It's going to look for any surface blocks or subsurface blocks and change them to dirt and to grass. It's going to put some water down. It's going to put some saplings. It'll plant some seeds, that kind of stuff, to get some tall grass. And you get this. Now, what could this be used for other than just aesthetics? Well, combine this with an oxygen collector. Oops, I put him on the wrong side. This guy. There we go. Nope, that was right. He was right. Are you connecting? Not enough leaf blocks, but if eventually this thing starts planting a ton of trees like it's doing, you would have leaf blocks, and it's going to be doing that forever. So for 4 kilowatts, which is quite a lot of power, actually, what does one of these ultimate solar panels put out? Not generating. Is that because the moon? No, the sun's up there. Enable it. So this put out 4 kilowatts, and this guy happens to take 4 kilowatts. So you'd need one of these solar panels for every terraformer that you use. This guy uses 4 kilowatts as well. So pretty easy with these solar panels to get enough energy for these guys to run. He's still complaining about leaf blocks. But this solves kind of that problem of having to keep planting trees because this eats the leaves. So that's kind of the purpose of this. This thing will plant your trees, and then this thing will harvest them. Or this thing will plant your trees. And you'll just have to slowly give it more seeds and saplings, which is not that difficult. But eventually you'll get an earthly looking biome here inside this bubble. And then I guess you could do... you're still going to need a oxygen bubble distributor with some oxygen pipe. Oops. And you're going to need a battery as well. Let's just give you an infinite battery. And you need some leaf blocks, huh? I'm just going to manually make them for now. Here, have some leaf blocks, and he would grow the bubble. So you would have basically a terraformed bubble, and then inside that an oxygen bubble, right? And then you could live in here. And this should be self-sustaining as long as you get enough power, so you just need maybe like 3 or 4 solar panels. Then this should sustain itself and keep a nice supply of oxygen and earthly looking blocks. So that's it. Is it nighttime yet? This thing is, it was moving fast, now it's moving slow again. Ah, this time set is not working. Bummer. Well, you guys will have, this will be up to you. You can see if this guy will set your spawn and if it will, what's the word I'm trying to say? If you will turn it back to day, if it's nighttime. That would be really helpful on the moon especially, because it's night for like 4 hours. So I'm going to go ahead and kill myself and see where I end up. We're back on the Earth. So it doesn't look like it sets your spawn, but maybe it will at least change it to daytime if it's night. Guys, this has been FunshineX for your Galacticraft 162 Mars Edition Spotlight. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment. If I've made any mistakes, that's probably going to be the case because I went through the change list pretty quickly, but feel free to put them in the comments as well. And if new versions of the mod come out, I'll try and put little annotations in the video to say if anything changes. And other than that, it's been FunshineX. I'll see you guys later. Bye.